Natalie Portman?
No, not Natalie Portman. But if she was voiced by Natalie Portman, it would make it that much scarier. So, but anyway, so likes about this game: voice acting. The voice acting is good. It's not awesome, but it's very, very good. A lot of games, you'll look at the voice acting and go, "I'm just gonna turn down the volume now." I've done that with games. I'm pretty sure he's done that with games when voice acting's that bad.
Energy arrow.
But no, it's actually not that bad in this game. I put up with it. I don't hate it. So that's the voice acting. The battle system simplicity. Although it sounded complicated when I described it, it's actually not. Once they teach you how to play it in the tutorial, the game's not hard. It's not hard to grasp the system. It's your typical fire beats water, water beats fire, back and forth. It's like mutual weaknesses. Like fire and water are weak against each other. Light and dark, and earth and wind. So it's pretty simple. Again, there's stuff like HP and SP and VP, which I'll get to in the dislikes, because I hate VP. I think it's a stupid idea. But okay, the Fire Emblem style cutscenes. I know I talked about this already, but I really like the way Fire Emblem does their mini cutscenes. Now, again, Fire Emblem does all their cutscenes the way we described it earlier. But the fact that this game uses Miner just talking to people as a Fire Emblem cutscene, to me, is awesome. Because a lot of times in RPGs, when you're talking to a character, they're stone-faced, and they'll make reactions to what you're saying, but you can't see their actual facial expression. It kind of seems like everyone you're talking to looks the same and has the same reactions to everything you say, and this game's a little bit different. Sure, they use the same pictures for some of the random characters you run into, sometimes civilians you run into, but you can at least still see the way their face is reacting. I like that.
One question I have for the Fire Emblem cutscenes: do they actually do voiceovers, or is it still text only?
Both.
Both.
For some of them, there is actually voice talking. For minor cutscenes, there's not. But it's still text. It's still there. They still do the Fire Emblem reactions. He hasn't played this game. That's why he's asking that. That's why he's here with me, so he can kind of help me elaborate on some things. But yeah, no, there's voice acting in those scenes. There's voice acting in all the major movie scenes, and there's occasionally some side scenes that you can see if you just talk to random people, and then there'll be some things there. But I do like the Fire Emblem cutscene. I think it's a great idea. Dislikes about this game. Oh my god! If you're gonna have a somewhat of a free world and a running around type notion, you gotta have a compass. The reason I say this is because the spot you're sitting, and there's this very circular area in the cafeteria. Now the camera in this whole area is a big giant circle, and the camera hovers behind you. You can rotate it, but it's still just one giant circle in this room. And the reason I think it needs a compass is because they keep telling you need to go to this corridor, the east corridor, south corridor. If you're in a big circle, how the hell do you know which corridor is which? Now granted, it's not that bad for someone like me who likes to explore. And granted, you walk up to a door that says South Corridor. But still, if you're one of the people who like to speed run games, and you like to do speed runs on your first try, I know people like to do speed runs on their first playthrough. You gotta have a compass for people like that, because it's really, really hard to get around without a compass. They tell you to go south, you don't even know what the fuck you're facing now. How the hell are you gonna know how to get south? So that's a minor issue to me, not as much because I explore, but for some people it might be an issue. Now, okay, VP. This is where this game starts to piss me off. This actually lost the game an entire point in rating. Just for VP. VP is an aspect of this game where it's like every other tactics and type game. After every battle, your HP and SP restore. But for every movement you make during battle, your VP goes down by 1. After every battle, for every movement you make in battle, every movement and action that you make lowers your VP by 1. And everyone has different amounts of VP. Now, my problem with this is the fact that if you run out of VP, your character can't do anything. I don't get why that's even an issue in this game. Why is VP a point in this game? What are they trying to get across? I don't understand it. And I think it's completely stupid to have this in the game. And I know I'm kind of going on a tangent about this, but it's really, really stupid. And there's really no point for it to be there. I think they overthought that a little bit. I'm not saying the game's bad because of it, but I guess if for people who like more challenging type battle systems, this makes it more challenging. But there should have been a reason for it, other than just we want to have a way to challenge players. As far as just having this, if you want to challenge players in this type of game, make the first tactical RPG where your HP and SP don't restore. That would be awesome. Especially during battles like in Tactics War of the Lions, where you do consecutive battles.
That's true. It's like, oh, I'm back to full health, yet here I was getting my ass kicked just like not even 2 minutes ago.
Right.
Huh.
So I guess, because I didn't want to do that, they put in VP. It's dumb. I really don't like it. It jumped this game a whole entire rating down for me, and I think it's completely, totally pointless. My last dislike about this game, before I give you the final rating on it, is, I talked about him earlier, that's Makoto. Now, again, I don't hate gay people. My problem with Makoto is that he is the comic relief. Don't get me wrong. But it's kind of like Lunchbox and I were talking about before this thing came on. There's a point where something's too much. Examples, I'm sure we'll review it someday, is a game called Infinite Discovery, Capel. Overly a bitch. This game, it's okay to be gay, but it's too much. He makes me laugh, but no joke. One of his poses in this game for his Fire Emblem cutscenes is like this. It's too much. I think it borderline, and this is saying a lot coming from me. I think it borderline insults gay people, the way he acts sometimes, and there are personal reasons behind why I don't like that. I'm not going to tell you what those are. Some of you may already know. If you know me from Game Buddies who have played games with me, you may know already. But there are personal reasons why I think it's too much. And sometimes, even for me, enough's enough. And Makoto, great character, but it's too much. I mean, like, even his dress is too much. He wears makeup, and he's dressed in like this tummyless shirt type. Well, it's not really tummyless. Like, I'll sit and kind of show you. Let's see if I can actually. Okay, the shirt kind of comes kind of like over and down like this, and it's really, really weird. Can you go get that for me? Yeah, and so that's kind of my problem. But the whole deal is I'm gonna give this game a 3 out of 5. Lack of the compass. The problem with the VP. And Makoto, the lack of the compass and Makoto were more of a mutual dock in the one point. But that's kind of my tangent about Enchanted Arms. It's probably went a little longer than I wanted to. And there's pizza now, so I'm gonna cut myself short. And next review is X-Men Origins Wolverine, done by he who's not here. Oh, here he is. Lunchbox.
The video game, not the god-awful movie.
That's
later.
That's later. So, we're gonna go eat our pizza, and then we'll be back with you guys. So, we'll get back to you a little bit later. Again, this will be one big show, but we're gonna take a break, so.
Oh my god, that looks sexy.
I'm intrigued, so we're gonna go. Bye.